Oh, it's an honor. I mean, there's not many opportunities you get to do that. And we've kind of gone through it in 2022 here at Ohio Stadium and, kind of go through that process. And I think the first time I'm just really proud. Now I guess the proud moment will be for the coin toss because he's, been a two-time captain. To see him out there representing the school in Ohio Stadium is cool. And this is a stadium where he was in a parking lot for so many years, throwing the football around, sitting in the seats, watching so many games. Watching Beanie Wells run for touchdowns, watch his brother-in-law Pat Alfine play. But now he's, kind of on the other team. But he knows a lot of the guys on the squad, so it'll be a little bit of reunion, with the guys that he knows and has seen in the past. But no, it's a special moment. I'm glad that he's worked hard to put himself in this position to play in a great conference in the Big Ten and to represent the Iowa Hawkeyes.
You're supposed to be objective in the broadcast booth. Can you be objective when it's your son on the field?
Well, I think the last time he caught a pass, I think Paul was screamed louder than I did. I'll be happy if he makes some nice plays. Certainly, that's a moment. But no, it is. It is going to be kind of a fine line. Quick story from the last game when Joe Evans and Lucas Van Ness, they ran a TE stunt. Now these guys play for Iowa. And they sacked C.J. Stroud. He fumbled, and they got a scoop and score touchdown. I went and high-fived D.R. Railsback, our stat guy. We both went, ooh, that didn't feel right, And so it was kind of like, oh, maybe, But it was I was a proud moment for them, wanted to see them make a play. And but, yeah, I mean, obviously I cover the Buckeyes, so I want them to do well and do it. But, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you're playing your brother, you know what I mean? The good thing about it, I've watched so much Iowa tape over the last 5 years that I know these guys pretty well. So preparation this week was a little bit less intense than it is normally.
I was joking around that I want Luke to have 150 yards and no touchdowns. That's what I want. What do you want?
Oh, that would be great if he could catch it because he's got like 97 on 12 catches so far this year. So that would be a big step up. And I don't know if they've thrown for 150. They've run for a lot. They got a really good running back in Caleb Johnson, their offensive line's veteran. So just do whatever it takes to get some wins. So, certainly if they can target him. But, like I said, the Buckeyes got a strong defense. They got great safeties, great linebackers. So that would be a challenge to make some plays. But, yeah, that would be nice to see if that could happen.
Luke said he remembers storming the field when Curtis Samuel scored double against Michigan. What memories do you have of him here?
Oh, it's just, I mean, all the time. I mean, he was a kid that always grew up, and when it was football season, he had a football in his hand. When it was basketball season, he had a basketball in his hand. He didn't do too much baseball, but, when it's track, he was out running around on the track, and, he's watching his sisters at track meets, he's running hundreds, back and forth. So he's always been that baby, the youngest of five, drugging around to all these events and, just had to kind of find a way to be happy. And he's found a way, either with the ball in his hand or out there running on the fields. But no, he's, like I said, the youngest, so all of his older siblings really appreciate all the opportunities that they had to, watch when he was watching them play throughout their sport career. Now they're kind of paying it back and watching him throughout his college career.
He said he's going to, at some point, soak it in, look up at the press box, and kind of give you a wave or something. Is there going to be some sort of game day exchange?
Yeah, well, I'm going to probably go down in the field maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours before the game, whenever he comes out, just say hi, give him a hug, and maybe get a photo op down there. But, yeah, I'm sure that there'll be, some time where I'll be standing up and, look out, maybe give him a wave. But like I said, he's got work to do. I mean, this is a business trip for him. There's a small moment where he can take it. Like, we won't go to the hotel and see him Friday. We don't plan on changing his routine up, anything. Yeah, let him. He's got to do what he's got to do. We will have more people, obviously, coming to the ball game, so that's kind of special to see that. And some Iowa parents will stop over our house on Friday night, and we'll get a chance to share some time with them. But, besides that, it's just another football game. But it's cool because with the bye weeks, I got to see him play once already. I'll get to see him play October 19th when Ohio State has their second bye. Iowa plays the Spartans, so I get to go back to East Lansing. So that's a win for me. And then, obviously today and or tomorrow, I'll get a chance to see him play against, Iowa. So I relish all those opportunities. It's not like I don't watch him. I watch the tapes or I watch the game prior to or I watch the post game. But to see him play, live would be pretty cool in Ohio Stadium.
I know you normally want the Buckeyes to win. Are you rooting for a tie?
That would be great. Overtime, right? No, I just go out there and it's like I said, usually as a parent, when you go to a football game, you want everybody to leave the game healthy. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. So that's my goal, everybody to leave the game healthy.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. All right. I appreciate that.